Yoga is not a substitute for medical attention or treatment. Don't perform any postures to the extent of pain or strain. Always listen to your body and meet yourself with kindness and compassion.
And here we go. We're going to start kneeling. So if you have blocks and you feel that maybe placing the block in between your heels so that you sit up a little bit higher is a good idea, then go ahead and place that block in between your heels. And I forgot my watch. I just want to make sure that we have about, so I'll put that here. Okay. All right, so from here, as you come into your kneeling seat, just rest your hands anywhere they naturally fall, and then take a deep breath in through the nose. Maybe lift the shoulders up to the ears and then roll them back and down. And then as you exhale, relax the shoulders and see if you can close your eyes here. And then as always, we just grant ourselves a few moments here to drop into the pose, to arrive on our mat, and to just simply allow the busyness of life to slowly dim and fade away as we begin to draw our attention away from the external sensations and stimuli all the way to our inside as we focus a little deeper on the breath. Listening to what the body is trying to tell us, giving our body that opportunity to speak up, bringing awareness to the sensations that arise from within, and then acknowledging the fact that you rolled out the mat today. You made an effort to come to your mat, to do this class, and to take care of your body and your mind. And then with each inhale, see if you can lengthen just ever so slightly through the spinal column, bringing a little bit more length into the spine so that as you exhale, you can allow for the spine to stay upright, but for all the muscles around it to soften. And with an inhale, see if you can fill up the lungs, create a little bit more space. And as you exhale, let go, release, and soften. And on your own, a few more rounds of breath in and out of the nose. And then on your next exhale, just allow your right ear to drop towards the right shoulder. And then bring the chin closer in towards the right side of the shoulder as well. So dropping the chin down. And then just roll your head over to the left side so that your left ear aligns with the left shoulder. And then try and make that a match with your breath. So each inhale, you sort of roll the ear to the side, the chin lifts. And each exhale, you come back down, chin to chest, rolling over your collarbones off to the other side. And we're just here a few times, half circles through the head, bringing a little bit of attention into the upper back and neck. Good. One more time to the right. One more time to the left. Awesome. And then back to the center. And then from here, we're going to slide ourselves into child's pose. So you want to, if you're sitting on the block, you want to remove that and bring your knees back. Open them up as wide as your mat. Bring the big toes to touch. And then just allow your forehead to meet a block or the mat. Breathing here in and out of the nose. And eventually, for today's class, see if you can flip your palms so that your palms are facing upwards. Just immediately tapping into this out external rotation for the shoulders. Hips are heavy, drawing back towards the heels, and we continue drawing deep breaths in through the nose. And this time, as you exhale, open your mouth and release. 2 more times. Big breath in through the nose. And a full exhale out, open mouth. 1 more of those. Great. Go ahead and slide your left arm underneath your right armpit, coming into that needle stretch. So your right arm still reaching towards the top of the mat. And then the top of your hand on the left side is connected to the earth. And maybe your head turns so that your forehead connects down onto the mat. And you should be able to sense some sort of stretch in that top outer left shoulder. If you press a little bit more into that left hand, if you press a little bit more into the right palm, maybe you can gauge and play around with the intensity of this stretch for 2 more breaths. Hips still heavy, pushing back to the heels. And release the left arm, bring it straight ahead, and then sliding the right arm underneath the shoulder, underneath the left armpit. And finding your breath as you gently press into the top of the right hand, into the palm of the left hand, pushing the hips back, and maybe turning your forehead back down to face the mat. Big breath into the upper back body. Good. One last final inhale and exhale in this position. And release the right hand, slide your hands under the shoulders, bring the knees back to hip width distance, and set yourself up for tabletop. Dropping the belly into a cat and cow variation as you exhale, rounding the spine. And then flowing, connecting your breath to the movements in and out of the inhales and exhales, in and out of the rounding and curving of the spine. Good. 2 more times. Great. And coming back into your neutral tabletop, bring the knees together, tuck the toes under, and then send your hips back towards the heels. And try and see if you can slide your hands more towards the knees with the fingertips now facing your knees. So the wrists are facing forward. And then from here, we're going to begin to draw little circles around the wrists here. So just go in a circular movement to the right and to the left. Good. And then back to center. Tuck your toes or keep the toes tucked and lift up to sit on your heels into this nice, beautiful toe stretch. Beautiful one to do in the morning or maybe even also at night, as it really engages all the muscles in the soles of your feet. You could take this time that we spent here to circle into the wrists, just little gentle releasing circular movements. Maybe open and close your hands, bringing blood flow into the wrists. That's it. And then just one more inhale and exhale here. Shake the hands out. And then go ahead and find plank pose. Set your hands back under the shoulders. Slide the feet more back and lift the knees off the mat. Find your plank pose, stacking shoulders over the wrists. And as we did those circular movements, we're going to do that in our plank pose now. So see if you can circle the entire body to the right side. So going into circular movements to the right, press your fingertips down, keep going, circling to the right, and then circle to the left. Good. One more time, circle to the left. And then hold in your plank pose. Breathe in deep and begin to lower down to an exhale of 5 counts. 5, elbows hugging in. 4, chest pushing forward. 3, 2, 1. And release all the way down. Untuck the toes. Take your fingertips out as wide as your mat or maybe even off the mat on the sides. And then twisting cobra to your left. Inhale, look past your left shoulder, pack all the way by your heel. And then release to the center. Inhale, twisting cobra to the right. Back to the center. And then slide your hands all the way back under the shoulders. Inhale straight up into your cobra pose. Stay here. Breathe. Hold your shoulders away from the earlobes. Hug the elbows in. And then again, twist. This time only your head looks past your right shoulder. Back to the center. Past your left shoulder. Back to the center. One last final breath. Inhale into your cobra, your back bend. And exhale, relax and release. Beautiful. Tuck the toes back under. Push back and up into your first downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Set yourself up. See if you need to pedal through the heels, connecting into the backs of the legs, finding that beautiful lengthening sensation all the way from the wrists to the hips, from the tailbone down into the heels. Face is looking back, ears are between your biceps. And we take 2-3 more breaths here. Awesome. And then looking forward, walk or step yourself up into your first forward fold of this practice. Feet about hip width distance or connected. As you inhale, slide your hands up front of the shins. Find a halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, fold and round. 2 more. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, round. Bring the face closer in towards the knees. And last time, inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. And this time, as you inhale, bend the knees, spread the arms, take up a lot of space as you stand all the way straight up. Arms reaching up overhead, maybe the gaze follows. And then exhale, draw the hands to the heart. Beautiful. Bring your big toes together if they aren't yet. Keep some space between the heels. Circle the arms up on your inhale. And as you exhale, keep the arms lifted, bend your knees, and drop your hips into chair pose. For 5 times, we're going to come into airplane chair and back to chair. So as we inhale, lift the heart, stay in chair. As we exhale, lift the heels, swing the arms back, and find your airplane chair. Inhale, heels down, arms up, chair pose. Exhale, arms back, heels up, airplane chair. 3 to go. Inhale, arms up, chair. Exhale, heels up, arms back. Heels down, arms up. Heels up, arms back. Last time, heels down, arms up. And arms back, heels up. Stay in your airplane chair. Breathe here. Maybe you want to join me for 8 pulses. So little tiny pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5. You can stay in airplane chair, no pulses. 3, 2, 1. Heels down, arms up, chair pose. And exhale, fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Flat back as you inhale, lengthen the spine. And then hands down, step both feet back, drop your knees, chest, chin to the ground. And then lower as you exhale. Inhale into your cobra pose, hug the elbows into the ribs. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Let's take a deep breath in, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lift the left leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And just take a moment here, circle into your left ankle, left foot, point and flex. See if you need to crunch the toes. Chest pushing back. Maybe the right heel can drop down towards the mat. Take a last inhale, lift the left leg up. And then look forward. Step your left foot all the way up in between your hands. Rise up strong into your crescent pose. And for 5 times, airplane lunge. So the right heel is lifted high. And exhale, arms sweep back, torso diagonally forward. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, airplane. Inhale to crescent. Number 3, airplane. Inhale, back to crescent. Number 4, reach the arms back. Inhale, back to crescent. Last time, reach the arms back, pause here. You can stay here or maybe lift that left heel for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel down, hands down, step the left leg back, find your vinyasa, drop the knees, chest, chin. Inhale into your cobra, your back bend, and then back into your downward facing dog with the exhale. Just one transitional inhale, exhale in downward facing dog. With an inhale this time, right leg reaches back and up. Take a moment to find any movement that you could use in that right ankle, that right foot. Get all the kinks out, flex it, point it, crunch it. Beautiful. And then maybe drop the left heel closer to the earth, lift the right leg up. Last inhale here. Look forward and step the right foot up in between the hands. Rise up strong on back toes, crescent pose, shoulders relaxed. As we exhale, arms sweep back for 1. Bring the arms back up. Airplane for 2. Inhale, sweep it up, nice and slow, still warming up. Exhale, arms reach back, number 3. Inhale, lift, good. Exhale, reach the hands back. Inhale, lift. Last time, sweep the arms back, pause there. Maybe stay as you are, shoulders away from the ears, or pop yourself up onto that right front foot, ball of the foot, with the right heel lifted. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right heel down. This time, inhale, swing the arms forward and step yourself back into chair pose. Sit nice and low in your chair. And then exhale, hands to the heart, straighten your legs. Come up to standing. Okay, take a moment here. Maybe close your eyes. Connect to the breath. And maybe ask yourself how you're feeling. Maybe there's already a slight change to when we started practice, just by connecting to the breath and to the movement. And we'll now, as we finish the warm-up sequence, go into our standing sequences, into our vinyasas. When you're ready, inhale, blink your eyes open, sweep the arms up overhead, look upwards, and then stay with the arms lifted, bend your knees, drop yourself back into your chair pose. Hold your chair pose. See if you can lengthen the lower back, lift the heart. Maybe the hips can drop a little lower. Little slight turn of your palms facing back, so pinky fingers towards each other. External rotation for the shoulders. Last inhale here, last exhale out. And as you exhale next time, fold on over your legs, Uttanasana. Flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Hands down to the ground, step your feet back and find your vinyasa. Maybe dropping the knees, chest, chin down. Maybe go through your chaturanga into up dog or cobra. And then downward facing dog. Beautiful. We're going to be here in downward facing dog for about 2 minutes. Just allowing our body to be in a pose that we know quite well. Finding the alignment that helps us to build resilience, to build strength. Continue to bend the knees if you still feel the hamstrings are tight or you notice some sort of rounding in the spine. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Index fingers are pointing straight towards the front of the mat. Shoulders externally rotate away from the ears. Ears are between the biceps. Chest is pushing back towards the thighs. And then come back to your breath. This is a great opportunity also to practice Ujjayi breathing, which is that breath that makes the sound at the back of the throat, so that you sound like a little bit like Darth Vader. So you're breathing in and out and making a restriction at the back of the throat for the breath to travel in with a little bit of a hinderness. All right, we're here for about another 30 seconds or so, I think. Try to see if you can Keep softness in your face. As we work the shoulders, as we work into the flexibility of the backs of the legs. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. On your next inhale, the left leg sweeps up, but bring it only as high so that it is parallel to the mat. Flex into that left foot. So your left leg is almost like you're kicking your sole of the foot into an imaginary wall behind you. That's it. Beautiful. Breathe here. 1 more breath. Push that left leg back. And then inhale, 3-legged dog. Just lift the left leg all the way up. And then look forward. Pull the knee in towards your chest, rounding your spine. And inhale, 3-legged dog. Kick the left leg back and up. 2 more of those. Inhale, curl the knee to the nose. Kick it back. 1 more time, knee to nose. 3-legged dog, inhale. And then look forward, step the left foot all the way through in between the hands. Rise up strong, crescent pose. Sit nice and low into your crescent here. See if you can lift the back right heel so it stacks over your toes. Shoulders soft, little bit of a lift of the sternum and the heart up as we bend a little deeper into the left knee. Now inhale, open your arms wide to the side. And then exhale, bring the hands together in front of you, pinky fingers connect. Inhale, open the arms again and lift them up with the next inhale. Beautiful. As we exhale, spin the right heel down, open up to warrior 2. Arms out, shoulders height. Gazing out over that left hand. See if you can, if you look down, still see your left big toe. Breathe here. And as we exhale, hands together at the heart, extend into the left leg and pull the left toes in towards you. Exhale, open your arms, back to warrior 2. Good. Hands together, left toes pull up. Exhale, back to warrior 2. 1 more. Hands together at the heart, left leg extends. And exhale, warrior 2. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in here. And on an inhale, we're going to come back into crescent pose. So we're going to swing that right arm forward, pivot onto the toes of the right foot, and land back in crescent high lunge. Beautiful. Draw the hands together at the heart, and then lead forward, almost like that airplane variation, but the arms at the center of your heart now. And then take flight into warrior 3. So lean even more forward and lift that right leg all the way up. Come into your warrior 3. Keep the right leg lifted. See if you can, at first, find stability, find the balance. And then eventually, you're going to open up the arms. And exhale, bring the palms back at the heart center like we did in that crescent pose. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, bring them back together. 1 more time. Inhale, open the arms. Keep them spread. And now just moving the right leg, tap the top right toe down to the mat. Inhale, back up into your warrior 3. Little bend in the left knee. We tap again. Lift it up. Good. 1 more time. Little bend in the left knee. Tap the right foot. And then draw the hands together. Draw the right knee in towards the chest. Set it right foot next to the left. Inhale, back into your chair pose. All righty, beautiful. Let's take a deep breath into chair pose here. And exhale, let's do the other side. Fold over your legs. Flat back, inhale. Hard forward and out. Exhale to fold. Step your feet back to plank pose. Lower knees, chest, chin down, or into your chaturanga, through cobra, or up dog. Back into your downward facing dog. And again, we're going to pause. Approximately 2 minutes in downward facing dog. And you know, I sometimes forget to cue a child's pose. If you feel that today is not the day to build resilience and strength, go ahead and drop your knees to the mat. And then I'll give you an idea of when it's time to come back up to down dog so that we can continue into our sequence. Otherwise, if you're in down dog, try to Really go through all the checkpoints of your alignment. Arms are extended, chest is pushing back, head can freely move between the arms. Maybe the knees bend to protect the lower back and the rounding in the spine. Fingers are spreading nice and wide, acting almost as your brakes. Shoulders away from the ears, and we breathe. All that you need to do here is breathe in and out of the nose. And then just the other day, so I'm going to distract you a little bit. Just the other day, I read an article which came to my mind just now. It was in the US, and it stated that doctors, they had done a questionnaire for doctors, and it came out that 90% of all the patients in the US that come and seek help of a doctor have some sort of stress-related problem with their health. And in the article further on, it actually mentioned that practices like meditation, yoga, running, just any sort of movement where you connect with your body are the number one option that is provided to patients to prevent themselves from burning out, from feeling stressed, and having to suffer from any health issues. And I thought that was quite shocking that it's 90%. I knew it was a lot, but 90% was a lot, to my opinion. Anyway, I think 2 minutes are over. Let's go ahead and reach that right leg up halfway. So make sure that it only comes up parallel to the mat. Flex into that right foot, push the heel back. See if you can drop that left heel to the floor. Let's take one last breath in here. And on an inhale, right leg reaches all the way up, three-legged dog. Knee to nose, curl it in, and back to three-legged dog. Inhale. Knee to nose, number 2. Three-legged dog, inhale. And last time, knee comes into the nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Look forward, and then go ahead and step yourself up into your lunge at first, and then rise up strong, crescent pose. Both arms up, overhead. Sit nice and low into your crescent pose. Lift the heart, the chest, shoulders relaxed. And then open up your arms, let them drop to the sides, palms facing up. Bring the hands together in front of you, almost like you were holding a tray. And then inhale, open the arms again. Lift both arms up overhead. Come back into your crescent pose. And as we exhale, pivot the left heel down and then come into your warrior 2. Checking out your stance, left arch of the foot, right heel, line up. And then looking over your right hand, finding your drishti, your focus in that direction. Right knee is bent over the right heel. And as we inhale, hands to the heart, extend the right leg, pull the toes in. Exhale, open warrior 2. 2 to go. Extend, draw the hands to the heart. Exhale, open up. One more time, hands to the heart. Exhale, open up. Stay here. Gaze out over that right hand again. And we're going to come back into our crescent pose, circling the left arm down, pivoting onto the toes of the left foot, facing forward. Find your crescent pose. Draw the hands to the heart, lean out, come back into that airplane variation, and then take flight. Lift that left leg all the way up. Find your balance here. Try to turn the the pinky toe of your left foot a little bit down to the mat, turning your hips to parallel. Inhale, open the arms up like wings. Exhale, bring the hands together at the heart. One more time, open the arms up like a Tai Chi movement, hands to the heart. One more time, inhale to open. Exhale, bring it together. Inhale, open. Keep the arms wide. And this time, little bend in the right knee. Tap the toes of the left foot to the mat, just a short connection. Inhale, extend, warrior 3. Bend and tap. Push back to warrior three. One more time, bend and tap. Warrior three. Draw the knees next to each other, hands together, and land back into your chair pose at the top of the mat, arms reaching up overhead. As we exhale, hands to the heart, extend the legs, come up to standing. Maybe take a moment here to catch your breath. Maybe close your eyes and just notice if you can sense a little bit more activity happening within, a little bit more prana, as we call the energy, moving within. Take one more breath. And on an inhale, blink your eyes open, circle the arms up overhead, keep the arms lifted, bend the knees back into your chair pose, Utkatasana. This time, stay in your chair pose. Go ahead, circle the hands around behind the lower back, right thumb on top, knuckles pushing away. And as we exhale, we fold on over into chair pose with the arms into forward fold, with the arms reaching all the way up and overhead. You could bend a little bit into the right knee here, turn the left shoulder towards the ceiling. And then switching sides, bend into the left knee, turn the right shoulder a little bit upwards, back to the center. And then rebend your elbows, let the hands come to the lower back, and slide down the backs of your legs all the way to the ground. Flat back inhale. And then exhale, plant the hands, step your feet back, find your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin down, or chaturanga into your back bend of choice, and then all the way into downward facing dog. Beautiful. In your down dog now, lift your left leg all the way up, and then go ahead and bring the left foot back down to the ground. Inhale, right leg reaches back and up, right foot comes back down. Inhale, left leg reaches back and up. Slow motion, bring it back down. Right leg inhale, slowly lift it. Exhale, set it back down. One more time each side. Left leg on the inhale reaches back and up. Exhale, bring it down. Last time, right side, inhale to lift. Exhale to bring it down. Take a breath here in your downward facing dog. And then shift into your plank pose and pull the knee in towards your chest. Good. Hold left knee into the chest. Pull the left knee close, flex into your left foot, and then tap your left foot down to the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it there, flexing still into the left foot. Look forward and then step your left foot up in between your hands. Pivot the right heel down this time, rising up to warrior one. Good. Big inhale here, hips facing forward. And then go ahead and open your arms out wide again, palms facing up. And then eagle arms, left arm underneath the right. Go ahead and find your eagle arms. Breathe here, press your forearms together, lift the elbows up, and see if you can point the hands a little bit more out to the front. Leaning back on the inhale now, and on the exhale, humble warrior. We're going to come down with eagle arms on the inside of that left knee. See if you can extend the heart, the chest forward and out. Maybe the fingertips pointing down towards the mat. Taking 2 more breaths here. Good. In and out of the nose. That's it. Hands still stay in eagle variation as we lift back up to warrior one, And as we now come into crescent pose, we unravel the arms, pivoting back onto the toes of the back foot. And then from here, we're going to lean forward, coming into one-legged Tadasana. Pull the right knee into the chest. Connect left hand to the right knee as the right arm reaches back into your standing one-legged Tadasana twist. Big inhale here. Big exhale out. We're here for 3. Maybe you can release the left arm. Keep the right knee hovering in your standing twist. 2. 1. Keep your arms and legs as they are. If your left hand is still connected to the knee, now release it. And we're going to pivot forward, coming into half moon. So the right leg kicks back as the left fingertips drop to a block or onto your mat, opening up into a half moon variation, Ardha Chandrasana. Right leg strong, kicking back and up. Maybe flexing or pointing that right foot. Your shoulders stacking on top of each other. Take one more breath in here. Good. And as we exhale, we're going to land back in chair pose. So see if you can bend the left knee and then have the right foot land next to the left as we inhale into our chair pose. Right away with the exhale, draw the hands to the heart, lean back into that diagonal forward, and then hook your right elbow to the outer left knee for a counter twist in your chair pose. Beautiful. You can stay here. If you feel that you want to go deeper into this variation, maybe open your left arm up and see if you can connect your right fingertips to the floor on the outer pinky toe side of that left foot. You can stay with the hands together at the heart. We're here for one more round of breath. Beautiful. And then on the inhale, release back into your chair pose. Circle the hands around behind the lower back, this time left thumb on top. Extend the knuckles away and dive over straight legs into your forward fold with that beautiful extension of your arms reaching up overhead. Bend into your left knee, dip the left shoulder down, rise the right shoulder up. Back to center, right knee bends, left shoulder lifts. Back to center. Take a last inhale and exhale here. Bend into the elbows, release the hands to the lower back. Let the hands slide down the backs of the legs. Find your halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold, hands down to the ground. Step your feet back, find your vinyasa. Lower down on the exhale, inhale into your cobra or up dog. And then down dog, exhale. Beautiful. 3 more sets of leg raises, starting with the right leg. Right leg reaches up. Release it down slowly. Left leg rises. Release. Right leg on the inhale reaches back and up. Exhale, release. Keep pushing the chest back as you lift the left leg up. Release it down. One more time each side. Right leg reaches back and up. Set it back down. Last time, left leg reaches back and up. Release it down. Beautiful. Now shift into your plank and pull your right knee in towards your chest, your nose. For 5 times, tap the right knee down to the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it holding, pulling in towards the chest. Flex into the right foot, look forward, and then step the right foot up in between your hands. Warrior 1 foot on the left side, rise up strong, both arms up overhead. Beautiful. Warrior 1, facing forward. This time, open the arms out wide, right circles underneath the left. Find your eagle arms. See if you can press the forearms firmly against each other so that you create a little space in the shoulder joints. Lift the elbows up, hands away from the face. Inhale, look back, lean back a little bit. And exhale, humble yourself to the inside of that right knee. Keep pulling the right hip a little bit more back, trying to find the center line with your right side of the body. Fingertips pointing to the mat. Take another inhale here. Good. And then pressing into your feet, we're going to rise back up, still in eagle arms. Unravel the arms and pivot onto the back toes for crescent. And then from here, lean forward, lift yourself into one-legged Tadasana. Right hand connects to the left knee as we come into our standing one-legged twist. You can keep the right hand at the left knee, or maybe hold your left knee with your core strength and release both arms parallel to the floor. 3, 2, And 1. And then from here, half moon. Release the right hand from the knee if it's still there. And then tilt from your pelvis, from your hips as you kick the left leg back. The right fingertips connect to the floor. And we find Ardha Chandrasana on the right side. Left leg reaching back and up. Breathe here. Maybe roll that left shoulder a little bit more to stack over the right. Toes of the left foot are engaged. And on your exhale, back into your chair pose. So bring a bend into the right standing leg. Connect the left foot next to the right. Reach both arms up for the inhale. And draw the hands together at the exhale. Leaning forward with a straight long spine. Twist towards the right side. Left elbow hooks to the outer right knee. Beautiful. Maybe if you want to go deeper into this pose, you can drop the left fingertips down, reach the right arm up, coming deeper into this twist. We're here for 2 more breaths. Good. And then inhale back into your chair pose. And exhale, hands to the heart, stand up. Big breath in, big breath out. We've got one more standing sequence before we then head into a little bit more floor-based practice to cool down. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, find your chair pose. Stay in your chair, or if you can, lift the right heel towards your glutes, coming into a flamingo version of chair pose. We're here for 3. Shoulders away from the ears. Pinky fingers slightly towards each other. 2. A little bit deeper bend in that left knee. 3. And then send that right leg long back and find a crescent pose as you inhale. On the exhale, right hand down to the mat, left arm reaches up for an easy twist. And we're going to change easy twist into side angle with the left hand on the outside of that left foot. So on an inhale, you're going to stay on the back right foot on the toes. Drop your left hand down. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up. 2 more times. Left hand down, right arm up. Right hand down, left arm up. Last time, left hand down, right arm up. Pause here. And then go ahead and bring the right hand down to the mat as well. Walk yourself to the right side and then pivot your toes so they face the long side of the mat in front of you. Kick the heels in, turn the toes out, bend the knees, and lift yourself up into goddess pose. Good. From here, keep the big bend in the knees. Lift both arms up overhead. And as you exhale, bring the right elbow to the right knee. Lean over, reaching left arm to the right side. Inhale back to center, both arms up overhead. Exhale, left elbow to left knee, right arm reaches up and over. Inhale back to the center. Right elbow, right knee, left arm reaches. Inhale back to center. Left elbow, left knee. One more time each side. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, right elbow, right knee. Reach the left arm. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, left elbow down. Maybe stay here or drop your left hand to the inside of that left knee and reach the right arm just straight up. Drop the hips a little lower if you can. 3, 2, 1. Take the right hand down. Walk yourself into wide-legged forward fold, both hands out in front of you. Kick the heels to straight, so outer edges of the feet parallel to the short edges of your mat. And then fold on down into your wide-legged forward fold. Maybe the hands walk back a little. The crown of the head pointing towards the mat. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, lift up halfway. Plant your right hand underneath your face, and then inhale just for an easy twist in your wide-legged stance. Left arm reaches up. Left hand down. Right arm reaches up. Both hands back down to the ground. And then walk yourself to the right side, your back of the mat. You're going to come into a lunge position facing the back of your mat. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and wiggle that right foot all the way over to the left side, dropping the right knee down, finding pigeon pose. So we're going to come into pigeon pose facing the back side of your mat. Right knee behind the right wrist. Inhale, lengthen, lift the chest. And then exhale, fold forward and down. Maybe coming onto your forearms, maybe coming lower, maybe staying on your palms. We're here for 5 more breaths. Good. One more breath in, one more breath out here. Rise on up onto your palms. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, and then step yourself back into your downward facing dog. Facing towards the back of your mat. And then looking forward, let's take a hop into Malasana. So you're going to hop your feet to the outer edges of your hands. And you're just going to drop your hips down. Lift the heart, lift the chest. Finding a little bit of a yogi squat here at the back of your mat. Maybe you want to sway a little bit side to side. Maybe you want to keep it as it is. Breathing here. Beautiful. Hands back down to the ground. Lift the hips up, turn the toes forward, and walk your feet all the way back into chair pose. Drop the hips, inhale, sweep the arms up. And this time, flamingo chair on the left. So keep the right leg where it is. Pull the left knee in towards the heel in towards the buttocks. Breathe here. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Slide and extend that left leg long back. Drop it down to the floor. Inhale for crescent, high pose, lunge, high lunge. Exhale, left hand down, easy twist. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. And then we switch. Right hand down, left arm up. Left hand down, right arm up. Right hand down, left arm up. One more time. Left hand down, right arm up. Keep a nice bend in that right knee. Right hand down, left arm up. Take a big inhale here. And then drop your left hand down, frame your right foot. Walk yourself back into that wide-legged forward fold facing the long side of the mat in front of you. Kick the heels in, toes out, lift yourself up. And one more time, we're going to repeat that little sequence. We're just going to change it a little bit up using a little bit more of our obliques. So take your hands, interlace them behind your head, and see if you can tap opposite elbows to the knees. So exhale, right elbow, right knee, left elbow, left knee, right elbow, right knee, left elbow, left knee. One more time each side, right elbow, right knee, left elbow, left knee. Right elbow relaxes, maybe on the right knee, left arm reaches up. Maybe you can drop the right hand to the inner right knee. Left arm reaches straight up. Bend the knees as much as you can. Drop the hip as low as you can. We're here for just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand down. Kick the heels back, toes facing the long side of the mat, and then find your forward fold one more time. Maybe walk the hands back to the other long side of the mat that you can see as you fold. Maybe you want to reach for your big toes, hook those, or maybe you just want to stay with the palms on the ground. Wherever you are, take another deep breath in and a full breath out. On the inhale, slide the hands back underneath your shoulders. One more time, find that twist. Left hand stays on the ground, right arm reaches up. Right hand to the ground, left arm reaches up. Both hands back to the mat. Walk yourself lunging towards the front of the mat again. And then pigeon pose here. This time, wiggle that left foot over. Let the left knee drop down behind the left wrist. Take a moment to breathe deep into the chest in your palms or on your palms. And then exhale, fold down, maybe resting on your forearms or allowing yourself to go even deeper. Try to keep your hips squared in this pose. Keep a little bit of a flexion in that left foot. Of course, if you experience any sharp pain in the knee, you can always flip yourself over onto your back and do this in a reclined modification, variation of the pose. Take 2 more breaths. And on the inhale, slowly come back onto your hands. This time, sit onto your left hip and just bring the right leg into butterfly, connecting both of the feet, soles of the feet together, hands at your ankles. Inhale, lift your chest, your heart, expand your front side of the body. And as you exhale, begin to fold forward and out over your butterfly legs. Try to press the outer blade, pinky toe side of your feet into the mat, and almost as if you were sliding the feet forward, but the traction of the mat keeps them in place, and that way you should feel a beautiful engagement in exactly the spot of your hip where you want to feel this pose. We're here for just 2 more rounds of breath. Softness back in your face, softness returns to the breath, into the shoulders, to the jaw. And on an inhale, we rise back up. And then go ahead and recline all the way down. Find a reclined position on your back. Hug your knees into the chest. Just for a moment here, rock a little bit side to side or make circular movements with the knees so that you can connect into the lower back and release and relax, massage it a little bit. We're going to go into a very basic supine twist. So extend that left leg out long on your mat. Take your left hand to the right knee and then begin to guide the right knee over to the left side as the right arm reaches at shoulder's height out to the right. It's not important that you connect that right knee down onto the ground on your left side. Rather focus into bringing both shoulder blades to connect to the mat. And if your neck is in a good place today, you might want to turn it to the right side. And then take deep breaths. Allow these breaths to travel deep down into that area around your navel. Maybe open your mouth to release. 2 more breaths here. Head and knees back to the center. Hug everything in. Give it a little wiggle. And then go ahead and extend the right leg out long. Guide your left knee over to the right side. Find your twist on this side as you extend the left arm out straight. Try to make this twist from the maximum length of your spine. So eventually you have to slide your shoulders a little bit more upwards. And then, if you can, turn your gaze to the left. With a little bit of weight of your right hand on that left knee, you could actually add a little bit of oppositional force by pushing the knee into the hand and the hand pulling it down. And then you will feel that twist and the sensation a little bit deeper in the lower back. And then drop back into those deep belly breaths. Allowing for your nervous system to relax and come into gear of healing, recharging, and regenerating. One more deep breath here. One more full breath out. Awesome. And then slowly head and knees back to the center. Hug the knees in, give it a little wiggle, a little rock, side to side. And before we slip into our well-deserved Shavasana, we're going to go for a moment of pranayama, breathing technique. Allow the soles of the feet to connect to your mat and make the distance between the feet as wide as your mat, and allow the knees to knock together in the center. So building that constructive rest pose like a little tipi with your legs. Place your right hand onto your belly and your left hand towards your heart. And then take a deep breath in through the nose with me and an open mouth exhale out. And then inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for just a moment. Out of the nose, we breathe 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. Begin your inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. Out the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the breath out. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. We call this kumbhaka, breath retention. Exhale out the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Kumbhaka. Hold the breath out. One more round. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Kumbhaka. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Kumbhaka. Inhale, take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. And then go ahead, extend your legs, extend your arms. Come all the way into Shavasana, releasing, relaxing all of the muscles in your body, the muscles in your face. Maybe wiggle the toes and the fingers for a moment, adjust yourself on the mat in a way that allows you to come into the most comfortable of poses that you could imagine right now. And then drop into your Shavasana, into your moments of complete silence and stillness. On your next inhale, see if you can gently begin to rock your head side to side, massaging the back of your head. And then adding gentle movements into the hands and the toes, the fingers, the feet, ankles and wrists. And with an inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Give yourself a beautiful stretch. And then draw the knees in towards the chest, and either with a few rocks, come back up to sit, or roll over to one side and use your hands to gently come back up into a seat of your choice. If you can, try to keep your eyes closed for the last few moments of the practice. When you're sitting upright, go ahead and draw the hands together at the heart center. And then gently bring the chin towards the chest, bowing down in a gesture of gratitude towards the practice of yoga, a gesture of uniting the heart and the mind, the body and the breath, the spirit and the soul. Guide your hands to your forehead as a reminder to have thoughtfulness and kindness in whatever you think. Draw the hands together at the lips as a reminder to have compassion in your speech. And then draw the hands back together at the heart center as a reminder to have consistency in everything that you think, that you say, and that you do when you step off your mat. Thank you for joining. Namaste. Thank you.